Max Nation and Dog Pound. I'm Unger to the Max, and it is Cleveland Browns game day. Today, the Browns are in Seattle, Washington at Lumen Field to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Shout out to my man Norbcam. The Browns are trying to avoid going 0-3 in preseason as they lost at home in back-to-back weeks against NFC North foes. First, the Green Bay Packers, and then the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Seahawks are trying to go 2-1 in preseason play as they defeated the LA Chargers in LA, but then lost to the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. So, Deshaun Watson is not going to play in today's preseason finale against the Seahawks, and I don't like that because what evidence have we seen over these last two seasons that Deshaun Watson can go back to being the Houston version of himself that everyone wants him to be? Right now, I would rather have Baker Mayfield as my starting quarterback. I don't get why everybody was saying, oh, we need to get rid of Baker and all that. Sure, I felt like he tried to be too much of a Cleveland tough guy, but so what? At least he actually looked like a decent quarterback. I mean, sure, at times I got mad at him for having too many commercials and not enough wins, but at least he still got us to the playoffs in 2021. He beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh in the wild card round, and we should have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round. That was a targeting penalty, and the touchback rule is stupid. But nonetheless, today we are taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle hired a new head coach and offensive coordinator this offseason. They hired Mike McDonald, the former Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator, to be their new head coach. And they hired Ryan Grubb to be their new offensive coordinator. They also drafted Byron Murphy in the first round of this year's NFL draft to help with their defense. So we'll see how that goes. But they were a pretty good team last season with Geno Smith, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith and Jigba, who of course scored the game-winning touchdown against the Browns in Week 8 last season. I was in Seattle for that game. Seattle was a fantastic city. I loved Lumen Field. One of the best atmospheres in the NFL. I would say only second to our home, a.k.a. the Dog Pound. But I know that's subjective and all that. But it is Cleveland Browns game day. We're taking on the Seahawks. Deshaun Watson should be playing in this game, but he's not. So we'll see how that goes. But Norbcam, it is you against me. I'm hoping the Browns don't go 0-3 in preseason play because I want to feel good going into our Week 1 showdown with Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, maybe CeeDee Lamb, and the Dallas Cowboys. And going 0-3 in preseason play, I would not feel good about that matchup. And CFO Sports, JTuck151, I will see you in Week 1 because I know you want revenge on me. But guess what? You're not going to get it because your Cowboys are coming here to Cleveland. And if you think we're just going to hand you a win, oh, you're sadly mistaken.